I've been training with Grandmaster Chong for now almost 30 years. No, 1980, 36 years. But I always come back home to understand where my roots are. And I'm very honored to be here today to bring something new to the school to enhance your guys' training. So I know the style of Taekwondo sparring that you guys do is point style, front leg kicking, back knuckle, under punch, and this kind of stuff. That's great. What we're going to work on today is understanding the strategy behind sparring. Okay, so there's a chess match. There's a game to play. Instead of just mano mano, what do you got, and this and that, and kicking stuff like that, we have to think about the game. We have to recognize the type of fighter that we're fighting against. So, do you guys have an idea of the different types of fighters that there are? We have red belt, we have black belt, we have black belt, we have lower ranking purple belt. In the short amount of time of sparring that you guys, have you recognized the type of fighters that you've gone against?
Sir.
Name one. Yes, sir.
No contact, sir.
No contact sparring. Okay. That's the rules and regulations on how you're going to spar in that match. But what the fighter actually brings to the match. Yes, ma'am. Yes, is it Huck? Yes, Mr. Huck.
Defensive fighter, sir.
Defensive fighter. What's the opposite of defense?
Offensive.
Offensive fighter. Okay. In the big game of Taekwondo, in any sparring, there's three types of fighters. There's offensive fighter, there's defensive fighter, and then there's trapping type fighter. Offense is beaten by defense. Defense is beaten by trap. Trap is beaten by offense. Offense. Good. Let me borrow, sir, in the back. I apologize. Your name, please, sir?
Stevenson.
Mr. Steven. Mr. Steven. Okay. Very good. Sir. Thank you. Okay. In that game of understanding offense, defense, trapping, those are types of fighters. Then we have to understand a fighter's stance. Do you guys understand what stance we are in now? Yes, Huck.
Closed position.
Closed stance. Right? Our hogus, our chests are together. Right? Switch feet. What stance are we in now? Somebody besides Huck. Yes, sir. What's the difference? What's the opposite of closed? It's open stance. Open stance. Excellent. You're still here, Mr. Stephen. You switch feet. So we understand. Closed stance, open stance. Closed stance. Switch. Open stance. Right? Offense. Right? I offense, he counters back hit. He counters back hit. Right? I offense, he counters back hit. Right? Oh, I just got hit with back hit. All right, I go offense, he goes back. One more time. I go offense, he goes back and oh, I faked him. Then I counter it. I trapped him. I drew out his defense. You guys see how that works? Okay. So when we are sparring, how do we recognize if somebody is let me back up a little bit. There's only 3 ways you can attack. Times 2. That makes what? 6. There's only 6 ways you can attack. Who has an idea? Forget this half of the room. Only you guys can answer. Elijah. I kind of gave you guys a little hint already. Front leg fighter, right? What did I hit Mr. Stephen with earlier? With a rear leg, right? Good. And Mr. Stephen countered with a turning kick. So you can only go front leg. You can only go rear leg. You can only turn. Right leg back. Left leg back. 3 ways times 2 is 6. Everybody clear? Okay. How do you recognize if they're offense front leg fighter or defense back leg fighter? Besides side. In the middle. Now we're picking on the middle. Mr. Garrett Lee.
The way they're standing.
The way they're standing. How they're standing. If I'm standing like this, am I a front leg fighter?
Sir.
I am a front leg fighter?
No, sir.
No. Well, how do you know that? Yes, sir.
You lose balance when you kick.
If I'm recognizing if they're a front leg or rear leg fighter, if they're dominant, if they're pushing on one particular leg than the other, that leg is committed. This one's light. This one's going to kick. So they're a rear leg fighter. If they're sitting back like this, are they a rear leg fighter?
Sir.
All right, I'm good, but I'm not that good. Right? So they have to use this front leg. So what I want to work on today are some drills, some exercises, working with each other, understanding distancing, working front leg, rear leg turning, and working on our fighting stance. Okay? If I want to get him to react that I'm coming at him, I'm going to be moving forward like this, right? If I want to give him an inkling that I'm defense, I'm going to be leaning back like this. All right? So we're going to work on how to draw out an opponent with body position, stances, checks to get them to react, to give us an opportunity to attack. Everybody understand?
Sir.
All right.